Fellas, so finally I have the chance to meet with my friend Laurent Bernadac to play this live together. Me and Laurent, we have done a lot of stuff together in the past. We played all over the place. We have been to China, the US, in Europe, in Norway. We released a live album last year and a single some months ago, which is called Ennea, which we're going to play that today as well. I'm going to call my friend Laurent online now. Hey, Laurent.
Hi.
How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming.
Good to see you. I'm very happy to see you since so many months.
Yeah, exactly. Because the latest time me and you, we have been playing together or interacting apart from emails, and playing stuff back and forward and stuff, It was basically at NAM, and it was the NAM show in 2020.
Yes.
It was in January, just at the beginning of the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And
so
then
it is 1 year and a half. So I really hope to see you at NAM this year.
Yeah, for me the next event is going to be probably NAM, because now everything is so unstable. You never know if you have to confirm events or not, because rules are changing at all times. But looks like maybe in the second part of the year things are going to turn out a little bit better. Who knows? But it's good to see you here tonight, and we had the chance to play together this live, which was I was playing, of course, here in Norway. You're playing in France, because that's the only option nowadays. The technology is not so advanced to be able to do without delays in real time. And what have you been doing during those months, during this year and a half?
No music, just creating, especially just with you. We do live together. I did 2 concerts this year, only 2. 2 in Paris, and once more at the French Music Fest, the 21st June in France, in my town, in Béziers, in south of France. And after, we only worked on creating new violins.
Let's start the live. The live stream. Okay, let's play. I mean, we already played, but let's introduce the first song, which is a song that you wrote. First of all, I need to say that some of the songs we're going to play today are songs that we wrote during our career, and then we decided to put this material together, because those songs were more kind of flexible in a way. They could have been played in a different style. So basically, when we play the song that you wrote some years ago, I just added my guitars on top of that, and you did the same with the violin on my songs. And then we have one song, which is a new song, which was released some months ago, which is Ennea, where instead we basically did compose at the same time. So you can hear probably a little bit more the mix between my and your influence, musically speaking. So the first song is going to be Attention. As I said, maybe you want to tell a little bit about this song, when it was written, and what does that represent for you?
Yeah, I don't really remember, but I think it was in 2018. And it's the first time I wrote a song like this, so with a big bass. I love the bass and the relation between bass and kick, and drums. And so I started this song with this combination, just a bass, just a drum. And after I found it something which I liked. And after I worked on the melody. First, it was a verse, I think. And after how do you say it, the couplet in French, the first part.
The chorus.
The chorus,
the intro?
The intro, yes. Intro, verse, and after chorus, of course. And now I'm very happy you do the chorus.
Yeah. So the next song now instead is Gray, which is one of my songs, and I wrote that song a long time ago. It was 2006, probably 6 or 7. Was 6. Was right after the World Cup, you know, and yeah. And yeah, it was the first instrumental song I wrote. So it was the beginning of this instrumental project that then I focused on in the following now 13 years, basically, or more.
Yeah.
15 years. There was really bad weather, so the weather was the sky was really gray, was really dark. One of those summer rainy day, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So the next song is Electro, one of my songs. And in fact, if I have to say about how I composed it, I started with the beginning is one strange effect in violin. So I've made pizzicato, so just one note with the finger, and with an harmonizer in the correct tune. So it's A minor, I remember. So the harmonizer takes my note and creates two notes, one lower and one higher, in the perfect tonality. So at the beginning, the sound is just one note from me, and it creates three notes and different chords to make the whole guitar-like sounds. And after, I tried to have a low tempo, something very groovy. Of course, a big bass, like in each of my songs. But the bass is not a real bass; it's a synth bass with a very very big chorus. Something not disco, but an old bass. And I tried a lot of sounds, and I found it was perfect, so I keep it.
Do you remember which VST instrument was that?
Yeah, all in one.
Helen one, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I'm using those days another bass synth which is called Spectre, which is still in Cubase. It's still a default Cubase. Both Cubase like 5 or the last version, which is probably 11 now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is electro. Portrait, and that's a song I wrote on the piano, or at least for the piano. There are a lot of piano parts and stuff. Even if I cannot really play the piano, I can do it, but I'm kind of really sloppy. You can play the piano. I'm pretty sure that you can.
No,
right?
no. My mother is a professional pianist, but I can play with 1 or 2 or 3 fingers, nothing more.
I learn how to, because I don't really play the piano. I play like the MIDI keyboard, so that's not the piano. That's something totally different. Then I found that I can play with 4 or 5 fingers, but not in the same hand. Should be something like that. So But I can write music for the piano, you know.
Yes.
So that's okay. The computer is playing it for me, you know. Or I can play it and then, you know, kind of mess it up a little bit. So Immortal Portrait is a song inspired in a way by the book, which is called the Dorian Gray or something like that. What is that called? The picture of Dorian Gray. I remember that I read that in Italian. It was I don't remember the title now, but it's called something like Dorian Gray picture. And there is a movie which is called Dorian Gray or something like that. You know, and it's a little bit inspired by that.
So all right. So now Mustang. Mustang is horse song. You know, Mustang is a car, of course, but it's also a horse. And if you see the original movie clip we shooted in the Deep Valley in near Las Vegas of this song of Mustang, we shooted also some horse. How do you say footage? Yes, and we include it in this movie clip. So I started the song to compose with the guitar, of course, but with a setted tempo and not a kick, so not a drum kick, with some I don't know how to say it, but in orchestra, you know, there is a big kick, and people hit with
I think it's just called bass drums.
Yes. So I started,
but it might be called Gran Cassa in classical.
Oui, grosse caisse in French. Yes, it's the same.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah. And so I started the song with this because it's really epic and more aerial. I don't know if you say it. More hair, more landscape viewing.
Yeah.
And after and after we composed something really not country, but not pop and jazz, something really between country and pop music.
Yeah. At the same time, when I listen to that's my favorite tracks among the tracks that you did. And a lot of people like that. I mean, every time we played and stuff, people loved that song. And I had an idea, which was, I got really inspired when I had to find my parts. So I really could use my experience as a rock metal guitar player, because I'm using a lot the 8th string over that, on the rhythm. I mean, I screw up the song a little bit, because I actually turning in
it's really great. And I prefer the way you play, because it's more rock, more powerful.
Yeah.
And at the original version, I love it, but it's kind.
It's has now it has a different meaning in a way. That's what I mean. It changed a little bit direction, and I got really inspired when it comes to the melody. When I heard that there is a break, with the melody, I was like, this is Iron Maiden stuff. For me, in my own mind, there was Iron Maiden there. So like, this is Iron Maiden. He's playing that part. I'm gonna harmonize that part.
Yeah. It's really great when we play it together. This part.
Yeah. And I remember when we because of course people don't know that we never practiced. So when we went to Frankfurt in 2019, we just met there at 11. I didn't even sleep the night because I had to take the flight and stuff. And then we went, okay, now we play the songs, right? We never rehearsed the song. And then I remember you were kind of surprised when I played the harmonization on that part, because you didn't expect it, of course, because we didn't rehearse. So for me, that was, okay, here is the Iron Maiden thing with two or three guitars, it's probably, it's one violin, no, two violins there, or just one violin is the middle part. One, and then the guitar on top playing probably the third.
Yes,
and of course, cool. And of course, when you had to find the notes of the violin, they from a point of view of shape on the guitar, they don't make sense. So you need to find a really strange way to play that, like when we did the new country stuff, that it was my nightmare. Thanks God, we're not playing new country today. Even if I love that song, but it's so difficult.
for Ennea. It's a song we wrote together, and I was very, very happy and curious to see what we can do together. If I remember, I started to have the first riff, dun-dun-dun-dun, 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 with nine times. It's because we call it Ennea, of course. And after we worked together on the different part of the song, and how to say it? I think for me it's really easier to make a riff, even if it's really complicated with the time, with the rhythm. But after improvising on a complicated riff is really, really complicated. So for the end of the song, I don't know your mind, but for me it was really challenging to find everything, every melody I could play on it, to have something really interesting and hearable for people. I don't know your mind.
I had the challenge in the beginning, because there is I played some kind of a solo in the beginning, more a melody than a solo, and I had to try several times because I didn't find it's because of course you have just in the beginning you have just the violin playing like a tremolo stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you have complete freedom, and when you have complete freedom, it's a mess because you need to delete. You cannot just say, "Okay, I'm going whatever, man. It's a pedal, so I can do whatever I want." No, you need to make something that makes sense. So I tried 2 or 3 times, and I was always like, "Ah, this is not the right." I felt it was not. This is not the right part. This is not the right part. And then suddenly, I managed to find that kind of more catchy melody, and I was like, okay, this is it. This is what this part needs. And the same was for the solo. It was kind of challenging to find the right solo, because in some songs the dynamic is everything. You cannot really substitute that melody with something else. It's gonna be all right, but it's not gonna be right. Sometimes I feel like this is okay, but I don't feel this is right, if you know what I mean. But then at the end everything was right. There is more like a fusion element in that song, probably. Is it correct? Like the melody in the beginning, for me, from a rock guitar player taste, is kind of fusion-ish, and there is some metal into that, some kind of straightforward metal sometimes, and some progressive, So there are really a lot of different influences there. Okay, so the next song is the last one. So, and that's Keep Your Eyes Closed. And first of all, I want to say thank you very much, Laurent, for doing this, for doing both the playing part and all this, and this nice chat. And I want to say thank you very much to everybody who follow us in the last now 50 minutes or so. And check out, those people who follow us at home, they can check you out on YouTube. If you remember your YouTube channel address.
Yeah, for me, yes, it's only my name, Laurent Bernadac.
Those days I'm actually rearranging that song for which is going to be probably a bonus track on the together with Immortal Portrait and Grey in the next album. The album is already written. I have written during this lockdown kind of ish months. I just need to mix it. When it comes to mix, it's a long stuff. It's a long way to the top because it's never perfect. So yeah, so this song is called "Keep Your Eyes Closed." Thank you very much, Laurent. Thank you very much to everybody who follow us. Is there something you want to say? Just to close?
Just thank you, of course, everybody. Thank you, Dimitri. I'm very happy to discuss with you. And you see, I think you are the only English person I spoke until 1 year. So I'm very happy to rehearse my English.
Well, I'm not English, but I'm. Some people say Italian, some people say.
For me, you are American English, all your stuff.
Well,
and I'm very happy to play with you, and thank you for everybody who are here to hear us chatting and playing.
All right, keep your eyes closed. Thank you very much. Bye.